DWN Productions, masks, busts, props, custom work. If you want something custom made like a mask, bust, or prop, hit me up. Fast custom shirts, hundreds and hundreds of t-shirt designs. If you're listening to this, there's going to be a lot that you're going to want to see over there. So head on over to fastcustomshirts.com and custom shirts. It's in the name.
Well, Tom, as I said, my trip this weekend started off in Austin, where I went to my buddy Max's house, and together we Ubered over to the Alamo Draft House for the premiere, or one of the premieres. It's touring right now. Oh no, the tour's over. Of Enter the Clones of Bruce, which is directed by your friend and mine, David Gregory, known for Severin films, but he's also directed a couple of documentaries before this one, including the great Lost Souls and the other one about that other director whose name I already
Al Adamson.
Al Adamson. There you go. And that's a good one too. And this one is a genre specific one, Tom. Okay, so as you know, Bruce Lee was responsible for bringing kung fu into the United States in a big way. You know, the movies exploded, schools popped up all over the place, and then the dude went and died. You know, he made 5 movies, I think, and then died. But the Chinese, that don't mean shit when somebody dies and there's still money to be made. Well, we're going to bring some people in that look maybe just a little bit like him, you know, in the way maybe when somebody says, "Oh, your cousin looks a lot like you," and you're like, "No, they fucking don't," you know. So they brought in these guys and they renamed them. They renamed them Bruce Lee or Bruce Le or Dragon Lee or Bruce Leung, you know, guys from all over the place. Hey, if you had a bowl cut and you could fight, you know, we're going to put you in the movies. We're going to make a big star out of you. And this documentary follows that. You know, it starts off showing the influence that Bruce Lee had, and then it follows like 5 of these guys that played the role, and interspersed there's a lot of movie clips. And you talk about ridiculous dubbing. The clips that they use on these, man, they're funny. Just how badly a lot of those movies were dubbed. Uh, I saw a lot of these flicks when I was a kid, so this was a this was a flick that I looked forward to seeing, not just because my friend directed it, but to me, it's an interesting subject. I don't know that it has the appeal, the mass appeal that Lost Souls had, you know, because that was a big Hollywood movie, and you know, it talks about a lot of people that you know, that are common names, like Val Kilmer was at the time, Marlon Brando, you know, all that. So that's, I guess, a story that people, it's just more marketable, you know. And like I said, this one's very, very genre specific, and I don't know that you could show it to just anybody, you know. Uh, like I could say, hey, you know, Lisa, watch this with me, and she might humor me, you know, and watch it, and then from there, I don't know if she'd be interested or not, you know. I was. People that are into the same shit that I am, they'll definitely be. It's well done. It's funny. Um, the guys that they talk to, they're interesting, and they're all like in super fucking shape. And I think they're all like in their 70s or something. You know, one of them had like the most gnarled fists I'd ever seen, you know, just from punching shit for most of his life. You know, some of them do some demonstrations and they're still really impressive. You know, could certainly kick my ass as slow as I move. Uh, it was cool, and the crowd there dug it. But again, this was a crowd that was there because that's what they want to see. You know, um, yeah, we'll see when you watch it, I guess, because it's not a topic you give a shit about. You're not really into the martial arts type films, Tom. But we'll talk about that more a little later when we discuss our feature film for the week. But yeah, I thought it was really good. I think David's really found something with these documentaries he's been doing. As eclectic as they are, and he has a passion for it, and it shows in these films. At this screening, Bruce Lee was there, so it was cool to see him. He certainly speaks more English than I do Cantonese, so I'm not going to make fun of him. He had a translator there. Uh, signed whatever you brought with you, took pictures for free. It's not charging like a $75 or whatever the fuck a pop. uh so that was real cool. And he seemed happy to be meeting his fans. That it was all right, man. Had a good time having a few drinks with David too before he had to take off and head off to the next showing, which I think was in New York.
So in the documentary, did they interview the dude who played Bruce Lee in No Retreat, No Surrender?
No Retreat, No Surrender. Which one was that? That guy wasn't playing Bruce Lee, right? Is that the same guy?
Yeah, didn't like dead ass Bruce
Oh,
Lee come in?
yeah, right. Okay. For some reason, I was thinking of Kill or Be Killed for some reason, but no, they didn't talk to him, Tom.
That's a shame.
That is, because I didn't even think about that one, but yeah, that was definitely a Bruce exploitation movie. You know,
That was the only one I thought about.
yeah.
Because I have the shirt, you see. I got it at fastcustomshirts.com.
Hmm.
I
Yeah, and
did.
old Matt, who was running the Severin table while there, he says, "Hey, you should make a Clones of Bruce Lee shirt," which was a movie, an actual movie with 3 Bruce Lees in it. Yeah, Matt, that's a good idea.
I was going to, but then I saw how many people were at the screening.
No, I've had that on my site for like 12 years.
Oh, you have one already.
Yeah, I've maybe sold like 3 of them. But but it's on the site. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, that's how it happens sometimes.
Severin also gave out a little goodie bag, which it had their catalog. It had uh, they've got a compilation DVD with a bunch of trailers for kung fu movies. I think it's called Films of Fury or something like that. And then they had like a little Bruce Lee mask that you could stick in front of your face, while Bruce is talking to you or whatever. Just kind of confuse him, throw him off, make me think he's walking through the Hall of Mirrors that Bruce Lee walks in and Enter the Dragon. Yeah. Was a good time. Was a very good time.
Will you learn anything?
Uh yeah, I'm sure I did. I can't think of it right now. It was a bit of a rough day today, but yeah, just I don't know, I guess about the markets out there in China, it's just like, hey, they would rush productions on these movies, move like 24 hours a day. They'd be cranking shit out, and most of the people working on,
God damn it. Sorry, there's a fucking fly.
they would go from movie to movie. Like, if you're not filming right now over here, then go to this set because we're still working on this movie over here, and pick up some shots or whatever. That's film talk, Tom. Uh, yeah, just a lot of that shit.
Good stuff, Joe. Good stuff.
Yeah, they somehow managed to interview Samo, Fat Samo, who was well, you haven't watched Mr. Vampire yet, right?
But he's in it. And
Yeah,
I got another one, Encounters of a Spooky Kind. Some shit.
spooky cat. Yeah, he's in a lot of shit. He did a lot of shit with Jackie Chan. I think they trained at the same opera house or whatever, but he's a big name out there. He's a big fucking star. So, and it looks like they maybe caught him at like in the green room of an appearance or something. So like they were probably very fortunate just to get, the amount of time that they did get with him. You know, uh, I know Jackie Chan was also like started out playing like a Bruce Lee knockoff, but they didn't interview him. I'd imagine it's very, very difficult to score an interview with Jackie Chan because he's one of the world's biggest stars. May not seem like that here in the U.S., but yeah, he's a star everywhere. But yes, I would definitely recommend this. I don't know what kind of um, theatrical release it's going to have or what, but I know Severin will put it out at some point. So when they do, you should get it. I guess it's part of that bundle they were selling already. So I don't know. I don't know how that works. I should ask David more questions about that.
Boy, God.